Hey, good morning everybody. Another beautiful day in 307 country. It's actually pretty nice out, 30 some degrees, so it's going to be a pretty warm day. So what we got going on today, I need to get done with that porch that I started building last fall. I need to get some rafters up, purlins in, and get the metal on that roof. So first thing I need to do is get some rafters cut. So I milled up some 3x8 beams here. We'll cut these rafters out of these, then we'll run purlins in between them. Screw the metal down to you now. Our metal's 4'2" long, so we're gonna go 4 foot on our purlins with a 2x6 ledger against the fascia and a 2x6 fascia. So these will be less than 4 foot by quite a bit. So let me get the square out and I'll show you how we get these marked up, cut up. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so our slope on the existing roof is a 312 pitch. So what you want to do is line up your 3 here, which what that means on a 312 pitch is that for every 12 inches the roof comes up 3 inches. So basically you'll just line up your 12 and your 3 on the edge of your board, and go ahead and put your stair gauges on now. This is hitting out here on this point, so you don't want to set the edge of your gauge right here on 12, because that would actually put you out at about a, well, let's see, that'd be about 11.5, like a 3 and 11.5. So make sure you get that lined up right, otherwise your angle will be off quite a bit. So I got the medium mod kit for my Hero 9 there. You guys are watching on. Hopefully, I got fans going in here on the stove and stuff, keeping everything warm. So hopefully you can. It's not too noisy. And I do plan on doing like a comparison video with the medium mod compared to the J.O.A.T micro. And then just without a mic, just to see how it sounds. So that right there is the slope of your plumb cut. And I just want to make a mark up here 1.5 inches back from my plumb cut to pull a measurement from, because I want my rafter to be 48 inches from here, but I'm actually going to cut it here. I'm leaving 1.5 inches allowance there for my ledger board, so I want to pull from where that ledger board would be once it's on here. And actually the ledger board will be, you know, square like that. It'll be a 2x6 here, but on the slope, that's where basically the existing fascia on the house is. So we'll pull a measurement there in just a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since we're going 4 foot, went out there and locked my tape down there. I'm going to line up 12 inches with this mark right here. Right there. And then I'll go down here to 5 foot and mark this down here. So that gives me 4 foot from my fascia up here to where the fascia will be down here. So with that being said, whoops. So here's our fascia mark. Right there. So anyway, here's our fascia mark. But I'm going to have a 2x6 fascia on here, so I need to come back uphill 1.5 inches. And that will be the end of our rafter right there. Okay. Now, I need to go get my book that I wrote down my measurement on. I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, so I went and got my sheet that I took some notes on. We're 39.25 from the fascia up here out to the post, and that is on the outside of the post, over the post. So the way you can figure that out with the square set up like this, so I've got my square lined up over here on where the fascia will be, not where I'm cutting this, but where the fascia will be, and I'm just marking 12 inches right there. Okay, come down, line up this edge of the square. Okay, there's another 12 inches. So that's 24. Come out here one more time. There's 36. And then we'll go 3.25 will give us 39.25 from the fascia. Now that mark there, what that's for is basically my bird's mouth on the post. So that's where the post is. I can just bring that line across there. I may just cut that all the way out. 6 inches. Just out of curiosity. Well, that'll give me 5 3/4 inch on my fascia. My fascia is going to be 5.5 inches, so I'll figure that out down the road here in a little bit. But what I want to do there. I don't know. So anyway. So what I want to do is I'll just cut my marks out here and then probably take it over and make sure it fits. I'll have to run into town to do that, but let's get it cut out and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, we'll go ahead and cut this with a skill saw now. With a 7.25 blade, it'll only cut 2.25 inches down through there, so I'm gonna have to cut them from the other side too, but we'll get that here in a minute. Completely cutting on the wrong side of the line right there. Whoops. Got to get back into practice on this kind of stuff. I did get in there a ways, but we'll go ahead and cut it the rest of the way on this side of the line, and my fascia it'll be all right there. So I got enough to nail to on the rest of that. So when I was using the square to figure out the length of this, there are other ways to figure that out with math, what your distance would be from this point to the short point here. Basically a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You know you're 39.25 from this point to this point. You can subtract out those distances there and figure out what this rafter would need to be. But that's just how I did it. Another thing a guy could do is probably cut these on a chop saw, 12-inch, you know, compound miter saw, and that way you don't have to cut it from both sides. So probably do that on the rest of them. I don't know, we'll see. Let me go ahead and flip it over and we'll get the rest of this cut. What I'm going to do, take my square right now, just mark up the edge of this cut here. That way I know where to make my marks. The long point up there. Long point up there. Line up did. Looks pretty good there. Now I'm cutting on that side of the line even though I have my saw this way. Okay, there you have it, and this is pretty flush. That wasn't a bad cut at all for having to cut from both sides. See, there's a little bit there I could shave off. Probably will. Get a plane, or might just use the saw, cut a little bit closer. But anyway, there's that. Now we'll figure out our bird's mouth here. Okay, we're pretty good. For framing, that'll work. It's not a cabinet, but... Alright, now gotta go dry fit this and see how it fits, and then we'll come back and cut the rest of them. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so I went and checked that other rafter that I cut, got it up on the building and kind of checked it out. Good thing I did. I needed to bring my seat of my bird's mouth back about 4 inches. When I cut that one, my 39¼ inch measurement was from the fascia to the outside of the post, and I actually cut it to the inside of the post. So I need to move that back about 3½, and then I was off a little bit too. The fascia's it's not plumb, and so where my measurement was, I actually needed to go back a little bit. But anyway, that's what I got. We'll start cutting these out. The measurement on the actual rafter from long point to short point, I think, is 44¾ I'm just going to go ahead and use the chop saw. Get cut there, so 44¾ whoops, got inchitis there. 44¾ Now a 312 pitch is 15 degrees, so that's the angle I got the saw set on. Got a dull blade here. I don't have any other. I got a whole bunch of 12-inch blades that I need to send in and get sharpened up, but this is what I got for now, so we'll just use it. There we go. There's a rafter cut out. Looks like that's all we're gonna get out of this one. 2 rafters. So probably gonna have to mill up another 3½ by 8 to get. So I think I need 5. Should be able to get 2 out of that other one. So I really don't want to have that wane up there. Actually, I don't know. That wouldn't be. I put that on the top. Yeah, that's just not quality to have something like that on there, so we'll just cut a new one. I've got a log down there that I can cut that out of, so let me go ahead and get these other 2 cut, and we'll get ready. The next part of this video will be at the job putting these up, so for you guys it'll just be a second. For me it's going to be tomorrow probably, so we'll see you at the job. That's one thing I forgot while I'm here at home before I go to the job. To just make it easier when I get there, I can just put stuff together. To attach these to the 4x4 post that goes down to the concrete, I'm going to take a 2x4 on both sides and screw it into the rafter here, and then screw it into the post. And we'll kind of put a 45 chamfer on the end of it, just to make it look nice. So I'm going to cut a bunch of those while I'm home, and then when I get there I can just put these up, put the 2x on them and screw them together, and probably use some PL 400 or subfloor adhesive of some kind. I don't know what they have anymore, but that's what I used to use, and glue them to the post and the rafter, and they'll never come loose. So yeah, let me grab a 2x4 and I'll show you how we're doing that. Okay, so from our long point up here, if we put a 2x4 on here, that'll be a long point. And we're about 7.5 inches down here to our bird's mouth. And then if I want to go, let's say another, let's just double that and we'll go 15 inches. So we'll do 15-inch boards from the long point to a square cut. Okay, so I got my saw set at 14 degrees, sorry. And we're going to cut this at 15 inches. We'll make a mark here on the edge at 15. That's to the long point of our rafter. And then, like I was saying, I want to put a 45 on here. So if this is sitting on the side of the rafter here, I'm just going to chamfer this edge here a little bit. And really need to change my bench here a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go this way on it. 45 it. I want to come up basically 3/4 of an inch. And that'll split that in half. Kind of an awkward position to saw in with the camera right there, but right on the mark there. There we go. So that'll sit on there like that. Put some screws, maybe even run a carriage bolt through these to hold the post and the rafter. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So we'll have 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them with the chamfer on this side, and 4 or 5 of them will have a chamfer on this side cut, opposite. So I'll get those cut, and then the next video we'll see you at the job. All right, well, I want to say thanks for being here, watching the videos. I don't know, my adventures, a little bit of everything, so I really appreciate you guys being here anyway. Thanks to the new subscribers. I've noticed, we've got a few coming in here and there. It's been a long road. I think I've had a channel for 3.5, maybe almost 4 years, I don't know. But that's all right. The people that are here are great people. Next video, we'll be getting the roof on that porch. So, got all the rafters cut, got the 2x4s cut, and we'll go put her together. So, we'll see you on the next one. 307 out.